Good evening and welcome to the nice and sleazy Tory politics quiz on Politics Social. Hello everybody. We've got Mark R in the chat, we've got Billy Kershaw, we've got Richard Martin, we've got Alex French, we've got Peter Music, Johnny Copperhead, all these lovely people in the chat. Right, you up for a little bit of a quizzing? Sorry, I was a few minutes late there because I was still writing up the questions. I was trying to get to 100, but I've got to 52. So we'll have to do another one of these before the election because there are so many Tory sleaze cases, things that they've done that are awful to go through. And just one show ain't going to be long enough. So first of all, the rules of the game are going to be this. We're on a low latency here on the chat. So where's my finger gone? Look at that. Look at that finger that's not very professional. Not like, why are you making that finger disappear? I'm going to move over. There you go. Is that better? Oh, now my elbow disappears. Oh, that's no good. Oh, well, look, just, I'll make myself bigger. There you go. Is that better? That's almost better. Right, I just won't move that way. Okay, so here are the rules of the quiz. There's only 1 point that is available per question, okay? And whoever gets it correct in the chat first gets the point for that question. You can Google it if you're fast enough, but if you know it, just slap it down on the keyboard and then type it onto your phone and send it to me and you will get a point, okay? I will also accept bribes. So I'm going to say that I will accept up to 5 points worth of bribes. So if you really want to win the amazing prize, which is going to be the first Politics Social mug, which probably isn't really worth very much, but, you know, it's a great prize. Get your fingers on the buzzers, and maybe you might want to bring some super chats in. Up to you. Up to you. If you want to bribe me, that is absolutely fine, because this is the nice and sleazy Tory politics quiz. And, you know, if the Tories can do it, it must be a good thing, right? It must be a good thing. Right, fingers on the buzzers or on your keyboards for the first question. Okay, I have some jam. You can have it tomorrow. Pfft. Buying votes, Graham. This explains the thumbnail. Yes. This is a sleazy, corrupt quiz. Okay? So, you know, bribe me, super chats, whatever. If you don't get the question right, I might reconsider whether I give you the point or not. It's up to me. I'm the quiz master. Okay, so first question, and I hope that some of you get this because I do bang on about it a lot. According to Google, how much has our GDP grown in US dollars between 2007 and 2022? Go! Okay, according to Google, how much has our GDP grown in US dollars between 2007 and 2022? 0, 0. Everyone's saying 0. No. 1%. No. Ooh, 9.7 billion. No. 0, 0. Ooh, 0.04. No, that's not right. $77. No, less than that. Arctic Bear is the closest so far with minus 0.1%. That's the closest, but I want it in billions of dollars or trillions of dollars. Oh, Gary Arnold is very close there with 1.9. Down by 0.15 billion. 0.1%, not a percentage. I want it in trillions of dollars or in billions of dollars, okay? Minus 2 billion. We got one. Sarah Davis. Sarah, you've got it. It is. You've got it bang on there. It is minus 2 billion. Sorry, trick question. It hasn't grown at all. It's actually gone down by it's gone down by $2 billion since 2007. Yeah, I know. Okay, all the questions are going to be like this. So, I don't know, maybe buy a drink. Maybe get a drink. Make yourself feel better. Oh, by the way, if I miss that someone has actually got the right answer in the chat, please, everyone else, let me know, okay? I do have it set on top chat. I'm going to put it onto live chat. So that's going to bring up more messages. So, yeah. Okay. Where in Italy did Boris Johnson go for a party immediately after a British citizen was murdered by Russian agents? Where in Italy did Boris Johnson go for a party immediately after A British citizen was murdered by Russian agents. Where was it? Oh, we got it straight away. Cathal OG is in the chat there. Yes, Perugia. Yes, Cathal. Okay, so Cathal is on 1. Very good, Cathal. Bunga. It was a bunga party. But we're going to come to that now. Whose party was it? Whose party? Who held that party? The bunga party. Who held it in the KGB house? Number 3, £2 super chat. Oh, well done, mate. You win the first bribery of the night. I'm not accepting just one name. It has to be both names and spelled correctly. I'm going to put number 3 down for a point there for bribing me with a super chat. Thank you very much, sir. You are a prince amongst thieves. Lebedev Senior. Lebedev. No, it is Lebedev, but we need the whole name. We need the full Vladimir Putin. Well, yeah, technically. Jeremy Corbyn. Isaac Lebedev. No. Alexander Lebedev. No. It was held by the son who used to own the Evening Standard. It just his dad happened to be there. Mark R is the first one to get it in there with Evgeny Lebedev. So Mark R, well done, mate. You are now on the scoreboard with 1 point. Did I miss a super chat from Johnny Copperhead? Oh, £5, Johnny Copperhead. Thank you very much. What do you mean, bribes? I mean this, Johnny Copperhead. Basically, because you've just given me a £5, I'm going to give you 2 points. So you're in the lead. Well done, mate. By the way, I'm not gonna give excess points out. So if someone drops like a massive load of money into the super chat fund, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give you all the points because it's unfair on everyone else. Didn't my first point count? Yes, sir. I absolutely did. You have 1 point. Cathal's got 1 point. Number 3's got 1 point. Mark has got 1 point, and Johnny Cophead has got 1 point as well. Oh, there you go. There's Sarah in the super chat there. Sarah S. Thank you, Sarah, who has dropped a bribe into the envelope. I'm going to give you 2 points as well. So Sarah S. gets 2 points for bribing me rigid. I doubt I'm going to give any more points than that for a bribe because otherwise it's a bit unfair on everyone else. Right. Okay. So next question. God, there might be a massive 7-way tie here or something. How many Cobra meetings did Boris Johnson miss before the pandemic lockdown kicked in? How many meetings did he miss? And Sarah Davis straight in there with a £2 super chat. Thank you very much, Sarah. I think that's worth an extra point there. So you've got an extra point. Well done. Oh my God, the answers are coming in thick and fast. 13 says Thorvald, no. 4, no, says Peter, no. Katrina says 0. 3, 7, 5. Puninator, you the first one with the 5. He missed 5 Cobra meetings in the run-up to the first lockdown. So there you go. Puninator has got 1. I should really put this into a Google sheet, and that would make it a little bit easier rather than scribbling everyone's name down on a piece of paper. But there you go. Yeah, loads of people got it right with 5, but the points there are going to Puninator. It's fixed it already. I know, I told you it was a sleazy Tory quiz. What do you want? Justice? Do you want things to be equitable and fair? This is hopefully the end of it. And we'll never have to worry about the Tories ever again. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so how many fines were issued to Downing Street for parties in Downing Street? How many fines were given out for people attending parties in Downing Street when the rest of us weren't allowed to visit our dying nan? Okay, how many parties, but how many people were fined? 27, 52, no more than that, 121. That's the clearest so far. 50, 120, 126. Cathal again! Cathal! Genius, thank you. 126. If anyone wants to check, I've got a bribe from Puninator here. A bribe to first place. No, Puninator, you've already got 1 point. I'm going to give you 1 extra point, okay? But don't give any more super chats for points. You can give them because you like this channel, but don't give me any more for points because you won't get them. Can't make it too corrupt. Okay, and how many, according to Sue Gray, okay, because I probably were more than these, How many parties were there? Go. How many parties were there? More than I have in underpants, Graham. Pun represents the very worst of British culture. Still has the Queen on the fiver. 15, 16, what have we got here? 13, 6, 12, 12, 32. No, 27. I don't think anyone's got it yet. Oh, no. There's some very, very close. Very close indeed. 25 from David. There's too many. Cheese factor 50. Loads of people saying 15. Try going up one. 16, yes, Mark R. Well done, mate. Mark R. Very good. So Mark R's on 2 now. Well done, Mark. You are on 2. Steve's Retro Loft has put, I don't know, is this 101,010? Or was it binary? What's Sir Ron Venti doing on the thumbnail? Well, it's funny you should ask that because I'm actually doing a show tomorrow with Max and Alex. So please tune into that on their channel on the Politics X channel. I got a £2 super chat from Sarah Davis. Okay, yeah, I've done that one. Okay, I think I'm up to date. Okay, right. Next question. This is taking longer than I thought it would, so hopefully we get through all the questions. How many people did the £66 million Nightingale Hospital in Birmingham cost? Cost. How many people did it treat? Sorry. It cost £66 million. How many people did the Nightingale Hospital in Birmingham treat? Thorborg 99 straight in there with a big fat 0. That is completely correct, Thorborg. It didn't actually, and even though everyone's just putting 0 into the chat, but Thorborg was the first. So Thorborg, you are on the board. So we've got Sarah Davis on 2, Cathal G on 2, we've got number 3 on 1, we've got Mark R on 2, we've got Johnny Cophead on 2, we've got Sarah S on 2, we've got Puninator on 2, and Thorborg 99 on 1. Right. How many regular commuters a week did Boris Johnson's cable car, which cost £60 million to build, and he said that 63 million people would be using it a year, right? But how many regular commuters a week use the cable car in London that Boris Johnson got set up when he was mayor there? How many regular commuters a week at the end of the first year of operation? 0, 7, no. 2, no. No one's got it yet. 3, very close, Sarah. 10k, no. 44, 5, very close, Roger. 4, David Harado. David, well done, mate. You have got the right answer. It was 4. 4 regular commuters by the end of the first year of operation. And it cost 60 million to build. Oh, my God. Okay, next question. Following on from that. How much is Boris Johnson believed to have spent on a garden bridge that didn't exist? That's the question. 56 million, very close. This is according to Wikipedia, by the way. 13 million. Anya, you know what? I'm going to give you a half point, Anya, because you've put 43 million, and that's how much it costs the public. But that wasn't the question. But I am going to give you a half point, Anya. You're going to get a half there because that's how much it cost the public, but it actually cost overall more than that. 55 million, that's pretty close with Sarah S. Gary Arnold's got 53. You're correct. It was 53 million. Has anyone put 53 before Gary Arnold? I can't see. I'm just looking. Lots. I'm just looking up the chat here. 55 million. No, that's not right. I don't know if I can give it, actually, because Gary Arnold's just put 53 instead of 53 million. Okay, yeah, Gary's actually put million after it. Gary, you are on the board, mate. Well done. That's Gary Arnold. How you doing, mate? You've got a point. Yes. You're in joint second place. Okay, so next question. How much did Boris Johnson spend when he was Mayor of London, on water cannons that he never used. How much did he spend on water cannons that he never used? Number 3 there with a joke. How many toys does it take to save a light bulb? None. They'll pay someone else to do it via an auction. Thank you very much, Richard, for the super chat there. You get an extra point for bribing me. 43 million. No, it's too much. Mark R saying that he put 53 million earlier. So I'm just going to look that up, Mark. Oh, you're right. You did. Sorry. I'm going to have to take that point off Gary, and I'm going to have to give it. Sorry, you are right. You were first there. We could do it like a button system or something. So, Mark R, you're in the lead now. You got 3 points. Gary, I'm afraid you're back to 0. Sorry. Right. So, how much did they spend on the water cannons? Dave W's close to 300k. 5 million. No, it wasn't millions. 300,000. Steve Retro's loft is very close with that. 500, half a million. 30k. Oh, we got it. Richard. Oh, Mark R's got 322k, which I think might be the exact number. I was gonna accept 320. So Mark just got in there before Richard. Okay, I'm gonna Google it, right, because I don't want to give this water cannons Boris Johnson cost. Okay. Sold 32. Oh yeah, you're right. On the BBC website, it's £322,000. So yeah, you're absolutely right there, Mark. So you get another point, which means you're well in the lead now. You got 4 points, which is 2 more points than everybody else. Tim, that I got a point earlier. What point did you get, Tim? Tim, when did you get a point? Are you just asking for one? Because I am corruptible, you know. Great, I still want that point back from Puninator. I was earlier, says Leaf Huntress. Okay, Leaf. I believe you. I know this is a Tory quiz, but we don't all have to behave like Tories. So what I'm going to do, Leaf, is I'm going to give you a point, right? So you're now on the board, but I'm going to take a point off because have a bung. Thank you very much, Mark. Oh, Mark's giving me a bung. But you've already on 4 points, so I'm not going to give you any more points because you'd be just too far in the lead. So thanks for the bribe, but you don't get anything for it. Maybe if it's a tie at the end, I might look on you favorably. Okay, by what percentage did rough sleeping in London increase under Boris Johnson? By what percentage did rough sleeping increase in London while Johnson was the mayor? Tim, that I got the point for Perigulia first. I was once like, okay, Tim, I'll give you a point as well. Okay. 300%, no. Nearly. 120, that's quite close from Sarah. 150, 100%. 150, so you're getting quite close. I don't think anyone's got it yet. Oh, 31 Blaze. 31 Blaze. 31 Blaze. Well done, my friend. You are completely right. It is 130%. This is after Boris Johnson famously said that he was going to bring down the number of people sleeping rough on the streets, and it actually increased by twice the number. Over twice the number. Okay. MJ Nichols, thank you. I love a quiz where the host Googles the answer after the contestants Google the answer. well, MJ Nichols, if you like that, then you'll love the fact that I'm going to give you a point for the super chat. So thank you very much for the super chat there. And do you know what? I'm supposed to write a 1 next to 31 Blaze, and I've written 130% instead. I've never seen more rough sleepers in Liverpool in my life. I know, it's the Tories. The Tories have just made everything rubbish. Shropshire's Chris asks, can I phone a friend? Yes, you can do anything. You can look it up in an encyclopedia. You can Google it if you're fast. I mean, honestly, this is a corruptible quiz. Because it's all about the Tories. And I want it so that people can watch this afterwards and still sort of feel like they learned something from just how awful the Tories are. Okay, so next question. How old was Charlotte Owens when she entered the House of Lords? How old was Charlotte Owens when she entered the House of Lords? Was it Charlotte Owens or Charlotte Owen? Well, it's one of them. 27, 18, no. MJ Nicole says, I give my point to Gary Arnold. So, yeah. Okay, Gary, you're back on the chart. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay. So MJ, I'm going to take MJ off and I'm going to give Gary Arnold his point back. There you go, Gary. You've got your point back. 27, 28, 29, 29, 34, 30, 23, 28, 29, 30. Hayton Puds. Thank you very much. Hey hon. God, everyone's doing. I think this is just going to be a massive tie between like about 50 different people. But yeah, Hey Hon Puds is there with 30. She was 30. I think she was 29 when it was announced, but when she actually entered the House of Lords and did a little speech, she was 30. Okay, next question. What was the name of the lady who Matt Hancock had an affair with? What was the name of the lady? I want the spelling correct as well, please. Who did he have a snog with on CCTV? Johnny Cophead, thank you very much. Can I bribe a friend? Yes. You can do what you like. Thanks for the point, says Gary Arnold. You are very, very welcome. Gina, fuck those. Sorry, I just... I think David's in there first with Gina. Col Diageo. Oh, actually, no. I think you spelt it wrong. Ooh, we're gonna have to go to the assistant ref here. No, you spelt it wrong. Sorry, David. Darian the Star, you spelt it wrong as well. Let's see who gets it first. Laura Kuntbeck and Widdicombe. Countdown to Power spelt it correctly. It is Gina Cola D'Angelo. Cola D'Angelo. I'll put it into the chat. If anyone got that before Countdown to Power, let me know. But I can't see that someone has got that. I'll just put it into the chat so you know how it's spelled. She's a business person, apparently. So yeah, I'll give that to Countdown to Power. Well done, Countdown to Power. Oh, not long now, mate. Not long now. Less than 3 weeks. Oh, it's going to be glorious. So what, I don't know if I mentioned that, in fact, we're going to go to London on the 4th. We're going to have a big party. A lot of the streamers that you know and love are going to be there. And I've just bought one of these big wall charts that Chris Barker is selling. Chris Barker is the guy who makes those amazing pictures of at the end of the year, the Sgt. Pepper's album covers with all the people who've died that year. And he's done a big chart of every single Tory MP with their name in alphabetical order for you to cross off. For you to cross them off when they lose their seat. So I'll be doing that. God, it's going to be so much fun. Election night. Oh my God. Just over 2.5 weeks away. Thanks for the point, says Gary Arnold. You're very welcome. Tim Ballum. Which one? Says Tim Ballum. Oh, that's true. I meant the one during COVID. And Damien Pritchard. Thank you very much for the super chat, though, Tim. And Damien Pritchard said, I work for HMT, can't play due to insider knowledge. Well, you have just played, Damien, because you've just bribed me, and I will give you an extra point. So there you go. You get a point. Well done. Well done, Damien Pritchard. Okay, 1 point for you. I don't like a fair competition. Is there a VIP lane? Yes, there is. If you drop a super chat in, I'll give you a point. Or 2 or more. I don't know. It depends how much I like your super chats coming in. But yeah, I'm honestly, I just want to stop to say I'm so excited about the fact that the Tories aren't going to be in charge anymore. The last 14 years has been such a freaking nightmare. And when I was compiling these questions, I was just like, honestly, I could sit here all night. There's just so many questions to ask about Tory sleaze and embezzlement and embarrassment and dreadful things that they've done. It's off the chart. It is absolutely off the chart. Right, next question is going to be, how much was Matt Hancock, or Hat Mancock, as I like to call him, how much was he paid to be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? How much was he paid to be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire after murdering tens of thousands of people by infecting them with COVID. David, thank you very much. Have you checked out the stopthetories.vote? Look at their recommendation for Wimbledon and Epsom as well. It's a Lib Dem stitch up. I've asked them to look at Wimbledon, David, because someone, I think it might be new the other day. I've asked them to look at it, and they said, well, that's the info that they've got at the moment because they've redrawn the boundaries and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. I'm not doing the tech side of it. They just wanted a picture of me to put on the website. Number 3, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Potatoes mysteriously cooked in a barn around 1960. What's the question? Hint, near a radar station. I'll come back to that. 4 million, 100k, 400k, 10k. No, Karen is first. Karen, you're in there. You have hit gold there with £300,000. That's what that little tosser was paid, unbelievably. So I'm gonna have to start a new page now. I should really do it on the computer, but I'm just thinking if I do that, then it's got to be like I'm going to be looking at the screen and sort of typing here. It's going to look a bit crap. So, yes, it was £300,000. That's just mad, isn't it? That is just absolutely potty. £300,000 he was paid. Okay, follow-up question. How much of that money did he give? What percentage of that money did he give to charity? Give me a percentage. Give you a clue. It's quite low. What percentage of that did he give to charity? 10%, 0%, 10%, 0%, 0, 0, 0, 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 20, 0, 0, 0, 5, 5%, 0, 1, 10, 5, 0, 10, 0, none, 5. No one's got it yet. 25%, 5, 65. David, are you happy to promote it if they're using it to trick people? Sorry? What? Are you happy to promote it if they're using it to trick people? I don't think they are. No. The stop the Tories.vote are not. They're not doing it for the Lib Dems. Not doing it for Labour. They're not doing it for the Greens. They're doing it to stop the Tories. So there's people from all different political backgrounds working on it. So no, I don't think they're trying to trick anyone. Ruth Gunthley just got in there with 3. Didn't put a percentage on the end, but I'll let you have it, Ruth. So Ruth is correct. It was 3% that he gave to charity. What a lovely man. What a lovely man. What a lovely day. And I've tried to write down that I'm giving you 3% instead of an actual score of 1. So Ruth, I'm very sorry to put in 8 that you were just probably like a millisecond behind Ruth there. But yeah, sorry. Oh my God. It's when microwave cookers were discovered, invented, according to my physics teacher. Oh, number 3, because the radio waves were at the same oscillation frequency as water molecules, and it was making the water molecules in the potato rub against each other, and that was creating friction, making the potatoes hot. Okay, is that it? Is that I don't know. This is a Tory quiz. Asking me about microwaves. Right. Next question. What was the name given to Michelle Moan's luxury yacht that she bought with all our money she took for dodgy PP that didn't work? What was the name of the boat? What did she call her boat? Not what Led by Donkeys called it, but what did she call it? Emily Thornberry. Lady Moon, nearly, but no. Karen's right. Karen, straight in there. Lady M. Yes, it was Lady M. Well done. Well done, well done. Sorry, Leith Huntress. Went quite fast enough there. And Vendetta. I'm going to give Vendetta a point just for putting in the funniest answer, which is the Lady Minge. Sorry. Fucking hilarious. Okay, Vendetta, well done. You're on the scoreboard. You have 1 point. Okay, next up, No Shame. Yeah, pandemic profiteers. Yeah, that was what they changed it to, wasn't it? George, very, very good, very good. Name the convicted fraudster who Boris Johnson was recorded agreeing to help beat up a journalist. Name the convicted fraudster Boris Johnson was recorded with agreeing to beat up a journalist. What was his friend's name? That famous phone call where he said, "I can give you his address and you can go beat him up, old chap." Was there? Ah, yes, very good. MJ Nichols, I think, is the first in there with Darius Guppy. I'm going to let you off, even though you didn't use initials. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to use initials. Although the words have to be spelled correctly, especially if it's a tricky one to spell. I'm going to be a bit of a grammar Nazi about that. Darius Guppy. So that's MJ Nichols. You are now on the list. I don't think you're on the list already. Okay, where are we now? Mickey Mouse, Darius Guppy, Andrew Neil. Shout, that's another one. Homer Simpson. It is. That was the early 90s. Murdoch, Ronnie Cray. That's some Darren. Tarquin Blowfish. Hello, chav, I'm Tarquin Blowfish. I want to go beat somebody up. What? Sunak got a fine. A fixed that was my chair, by the way. He got a fixed penalty fine for attending a party in Downing Street. But then he got another one. What was the other one for? What was his other fixed penalty fine for? What did he get it for? What was he doing? What was he doing? That was against the law, and he got a fixed penalty fine. He's had 2 of them. Ooh, straight in there. Svax just says seatbelt. Although Alf Smith says flashing, which is funnier. So I'm kind of tempted to give Alf Smith the point. But I can't be that corrupt. Svax, very well done. It was not wearing a seatbelt. Would you believe? Seatbelt, no seatbelt, no seatbelt, no seatbelt. Wanking. Steve's retro loft. Yes, he got a fixed penalty fine for wanking and flashing. Yeah, indeed. But yes, he got a fine. Everyone put in £50 because they thought I was going to ask how much it was, but I wasn't. Anyway, who? This is easy. This is going to be real fastest finger first. Who? Which Tory had a teacher who said he sometimes seems affronted when criticised for what amounts to a gross failure of responsibility. So which Tory, former teacher, said this of them when they were in school? Lol Rick, Rich Tosser, plotting against Badgers. Boris Johnson's cat. Oh, Michael, you were so close. If you'd just written Boris Johnson, you would have got the point, but it's going to go to Anya Malloy. Well done for saying Boris Johnson. It was Boris Johnson. So Anya, you now have 1.5 points. Well done. 1.5 points for you. Very good. You can be fined for wanking. Hide me, mum. Is that hide me, comma, mum, or just hide my mum? Alexander Johnson, Boris Johnson. Oh, C. Gullis. Yeah. Laura Kunsberg. Okay. The partner of which prominent Tory said, "You just don't care for anything because you're spoilt. You have no care for money or anything." So which partner of a prominent Tory said that? Emily Thornberry, Johnny Minch, Sunak. That was... all of them. Yeah, it was Johnson. I think Tim Ballon got in there first. He's put Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson, but I think you wrote that before for the last question, maybe. I don't know, but Tim, you're on the board now because it was Boris Johnson. It was Carrie who said that about him. Tim Ballon, 1 point. Okay, so what's up next? Right, okay. Tory government guidance said that patients should be moved from highly infected hospitals into care homes without getting a COVID test. At least 38,000 people died as a result. Over the same period in South Korea, how many care home patients died of COVID-19? That's the question. Oh, Sarah Davis, right in there with 0. Well done, Sarah. You are now on 3 points. 0. Absolutely none. Yeah, no. Boris Johnson's goldfish with a face mask on. No, 0. Ewan said, Graham, I said it first for what Carrie said. I'm getting nicked. Oh, sorry, Ewan. I'll put you on the chart, mate. Go on, you can be on there as well, Ewan. Ewan Goddard. You can have 1 point. Okay. Terrible. Yeah. Unfreaking-leavable. Okay. Transparency International found what percentage of all government contracts related to the pandemic, in their words, raised a red flag? Okay, so what percentage of all government contracts related to the pandemic raised a red flag? Give us a percentage in the chat. Please put percent after it. So he's not trying to answer the last question. 90%, 8%, no. 60%, no. 86, no. 57, no. 48, no. Oh, 25, that's close. 30%, no. 69%. Oh, calm down. 89, 98% says Paul. I think it probably should have been that many, but it wasn't. 28 says Sarah, no. 27, 90%, 29. Everyone's going a bit too high, actually. I think we're all thinking less of the Tories than we possibly should. 28, 21, put in 80. You're very close. You're very, very, very. Oh, Svax is in there. 20%. Well done, Svax. You get the point for that. It was 20%, or 1 in 5. Raised a red flag. Billions just gone. Okay, thanks to the Tories voting on this. When do water companies in the UK, what year do water companies in the UK have to stop pouring undiluted sewage into our rivers? When do they have to have it sorted out by, according to a law passed by the Tories? What year? Okay, give me a year in the future. Won't work if it's in the past. David, I think you're being conned into a Lib Dem scam. I'm sorry, David. I'll have a look at it. Look, now's not the time. 2019, Blade Runner. No. 2049, Blade Runner. No. 2050, no. 2050, no. 2025. 25 says Alf. Oh, my God. 2029, no. Everyone's going for 2050, no. 2050, 2052. Oh, Svax got it. 2035. 2035. 11 years of pouring undiluted shit into our rivers. So there you go. Svax is in there. Svax is on 3 now. You're in second place, tied with Sarah Davis, with Mark R still in the lead with 4 points. Okay. Next question. What colour is Boris Johnson's hair naturally? What colour is Boris Johnson's hair naturally? Anyone know? Anybody know? What's his natural hair colour? Blonde, says David. Nope. Piss yellow. Brown. No. Ginger. Grey. Yes, Tim, you're right. It's grey. He dyes it blonde. It's grey. Tim, well done. Tim, you are now on 2 points. Well done. Ginger. Piss yellow. Ginger, grey. Yeah, he's grey. He just dyes it. He dyes his hair. Can I buy a point for Sir Larry the Cat, please? Yes, you may. Sir Larry the Cat, you are now. Thank you very much for the super chat, Puninator. Sir Larry, you have now got a point. Am I going to get done by the competitions? Was it the competitions consortium, whatever it's called, for running an unfair competition? So yeah, but it was about the Tories, so it made sense. Larry the Cat, 1 point. Well done. What country got rid of all of its dangerous cladding in the wake of Grenfell? And I'll give you a clue on this. It wasn't ours. Which country got rid of all of its dangerous building cladding in the wake of Grenfell? Quite famously, they got rid of it all. It was paid for by the government. They got rid of every last bit of dangerous cladding on buildings. Germany, France, no. Rwanda, no. Poland, no. Alex French says, I got 20, 30, 35 first. Oh, you probably did, sir. So I'm going to put Alex French down. Have you already got a point, Alex? Alex French. Very good. Holland, Germany, New Zealand, Scotland. New Zealand's closest. I don't think anyone's got it yet. Antarctica? Yeah, probably. Rwanda, Spain. Australia, David W. Dave W. Well done, Dave. You got the point there. It was Australia. They got rid of all of their dangerous cladding in the wake of Grenfell. Whereas in the UK, they've got rid of bugger all, and the stuff that's still there, they've told the people who live in the flats that they have to pay to get rid of it. And they're like, but I only own a flat, and it needs the whole building doing, and I don't have the money. And they're like, we don't care. What country produces the best Coke, according to Rishi Sunak? Which country produces the best Coke in one of the most cringe-inducing moments of Rishi Sunak's cringeworthy prime ministership? He was asked about Coca-Cola, and he said a country produced the best. 1. Anya, straight in there, Mexico. Richard Gunther saying Emily Thornberry is the real answer. I like the fact Richard's just responding to everything with Emily Thornberry. I think I'm going to give Richard a point just for being funny. So Richard, you are on fire, mate. You're on the leaderboard. You got 1 point. But yeah, that point is going to Anya. I think she got in there first with Mexico. Yep, they make the best Coke according to the idiot in charge of our country at the moment. Not for much longer though, eh? So that's 2.5 points to Anya. Mark R still in the lead with 4. And but you know, Sfax is coming up the rear, and so Sarah Davis, both on 3, and then Anya on 2.5 there. Okay, Richard's surname is Holden. What? Okay, so what did Boris Johnson once refer to as an inverted pyramid of piffle? What was he referring to when he talked of an inverted pyramid of piffle? Okay. I said Gray first, said Sarah Davis. Oh, did you? Okay, well, Sarah, you get an extra point. So you're in the lead now with Mark. So you and Mark are in the lead. And I would have given you a point anyway for giving the super chat. His penis, his brain, his wedding vows. Oh, almost, Alf. Oh, I'm tempted to give Alf Smith a half point for that because you're kind of right. I'm going to give Alf. I'm going to give you just half a point because you're not right, but you're kind of right. Corbyn, Partygate, no, Tory press conference, UN, no, Labour manifesto, the illegal parties, no, inverted pyramid of piffle, poor people, animals on a plane. I'm totally given like points for anyone who makes me laugh in this as well, so you might want to bear that in mind. Brexit, Birmingham Central Library. That's very good. Hair. Poor people, animals on a plane, his own BS, Cobra, his lies in the House of Commons, saying a stand as a PM, Parliament, the accusation that he lied. Oh, Russell, you're right, but I want to know what he was lying about. He was accused of lying about something else. Specifically, what was he lying about? And Gary Arnold's got it. Gary Arnold's, he said his affair. So I'm going to give that to Gary. Does anyone know the name of the woman he had the affair with, who had 2 of his abortions? That's the next question. What's the name of the woman that he had an affair with? And when rumours came out, he said it was an inverted pyramid of piffle. What was the name of the woman? Well, I give... who was it? Was it Gary? Gary. I give a good old Gary extra point. Mark says, I said 20% earlier first. Oh, did you now, Mark? And you've given me another super chat. Okay, all right. You got 5 points. You're in the lead. Right. Emily Thornberry loves you. Points, please, from Richard. Okay, you're now on 2 points, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. Stag Party, the EU. Wow. Jennifer Corey. No. Yes. Oh, sorry. Steve Retro Loft. You've spelt her name wrong. It's not Petronella. It's not Petrona White. It's Petronella Wyatt. So Darian the Star. You little star, you are now on the board, I think. I don't think you were on the board before, but you now are. Well done, mate. With Petronella Wyatt was the name of the woman he was having an affair with I think it was his second wife, was it? He was doing the dirty on. Darian the Star, 1 point. Okay, cool. Right. Stormy Daniels, who had a pavement. Petronella Wyatt. He's an inverted pyramid of utter twattery, indeed. Jeremy Corbyn, Nigel Farage, Nadine, door is open. Extra points don't happen on Mastermind, says Viv. Well, yeah, but, you know. What did Rishi have to go without when he was a kid? Quickly, what did he have to go without? Famously, what did he have to go without when he was a kid? A kid? When he was just £1. Quickly, Sky TV, Ewan McGoddard, thank you very much. Sorry, no, not McGoddard, just Ewan Goddard. Thank you very much. Sky TV, you were right in there. A nice, easy one. Obviously, that interview was only this week. Then he said he had to go without Sky TV. Oh, God, poor little fella. Oh. Anyway, you're on 1 point. Well done. Michael Warner, thank you very much for the super chat. Larry the cat peed in his shoe. Okay. Michael, are you already on the leaderboard? Have I already given you a point? Michael? I can't see. This is why I shouldn't have written them down. I had them in alphabetical order. I'm going to put Michael down here because Michael has paid for us. He's paid for a point, all right? He's got 1 point. He's got 1 point. My mum! Richard! What the hell is wrong with you? Oh, I had to go without Richard's mum, I did. Okay, who did... what did Kemi Badenoch agree wasn't institutionally racist? So what was it she was talking about when she agreed that this thing wasn't institutionally racist? What was the thing that she was talking about? Met Police? Nope. Being racist, Lee Anderson? Nope. Police? Nope. I think I answered the Sky question first, says Ivan Ambrose. Did you, sir? Did you, Ewan? No, you didn't. The first one I've got, Ivan, is Ewan. But since you did bribe me, I'm just going to put your name down on the leaderboard because, I'm always up for a bribe. Just like a Tory. You won't get anything for this, but, you get 1 point. The Met, racism, Emily Thorpe, BNP, Black People, Nazi Party, herself, Reform UK, Met Police, wanking a camel. No, that's completely racist. What are you talking about? Going private with a point, say slavery, trans people. Your dad's balls, says Larry the cat. Giving Larry the cat an extra point for saying your dad's balls. That's not the right answer. Slavery, no. The BBC, no. National Front, no. Think bigger. That's got to be my clue because no one's getting it. Rwanda bill. UK. Svax has got it. The UK. Yeah. Unfortunately, Paul Carrick said Reform UK. If you left the Reform out, you would have got it, but it was the UK. This was after the Commission on Race and Ethnic Disparity said there was no institutional racism in Britain. And she agreed with it. So, Svax, you are on fire, mate. Where are you? You're on 4. You're in second place just behind Mark R. Nazis, Britain, my dog's cheesy feet. I think Alex French is playing Cards Against Humanity. We should have a big game of Cards Against Humanity. Okay, right, next question. Okay, this is a good one. What letter fell off the wall during Theresa May's 2017 speech? What letter fell off the wall behind her when she was giving the speech? What letter was it? Anyone know? Anyone guess? So we get the whole freaking alphabet. What letter fell off? Oh my God! Puninator, straight in there with F. You are completely right. That was so quick. You should go on there. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Your fastest finger there. Shropshire Chris, wrong. Anya W, wrong. Richard Marston, you were right with F, but I'm afraid Puninator got there first. It was the word for, and it dropped off and became or. TCRNOE. You, a P45. The gas bill. Right, okay. Which school did Bim Affolami go to? The Tory MP, Bim Affolami. What school did he go to? I'll probably pronounce his name wrong there. Sorry, Eton, Steve's Retro Loft. Very good. Straight in there. No messing around. It was Eton, Steve's Retro Loft. Have you got a point already? Steve's Retro Loft. It was Eton. You went to Eton. There you go. Winchester. Clacton Comp. Okay. All right. Next question. And this is probably going to be a fastest finger first. Again. What type of friends does Rishi Sunak famously not have? What type of friends does Rishi Sunak famously not have? God, they're so awful. I just hate them so much. Working class. Countdown to power. You just put working. I'm not going to accept that. It's got to be working class. Thorberg, 99. Thank you very much. You are correct. I think I've got you already. You are now on 2 points. Well done. Well done, sir. Well done. Johnny Copperhead throwing in a super chat, trying to corrupt me. According to a report from the IEA, I've actually answered all the questions first and best, says Johnny. Oh, sorry, Johnny. Oh, I'll give you an extra point then, since you've answered them all correctly and best. You're now on 3 points. Well done. Working class, poor, normal, poor. Working class, working class. Working class. Emily Thornbury, says Richard, to every question. Let's go. Wouldn't it be brilliant if someone went on, like, I don't know, the chase or something, and every question it just pressed the button and went Emily Thornbury, Emily Thornbury. hilarious. Oh, anyway, Tim Ballum, thank you very much for £5 super chat. Saying real ones. Mark R saying, I put working class above. I'm going to check that out, Mark. Are you sure? Working class? No. Thorborg, on my screen, Thorborg is above you. Only just, but Thorborg 99 is above you on my screen. So sorry. If it came up first on your screen, it didn't come up first on my screen. Sorry. And also, you're in the lead, so I'm not going to give you an extra point. Tim Ballum, where are you on this, Tim? I'm sure I remember writing your name. I've got a Tim that. Where's Tim Ballum? I'll give you an extra point for that super chat because I'm nice like that. Unless it's going to get you into the lead. I don't think you're on here. Did I put you on and then cross you off or something? Oh, there you are, mate. Oh, God. Do you know what? I only put one L in your surname. So when I was scanning the page, couldn't see it. True story. On my screen, Eton was first. My Eton was first. Oh. Well, this is what I'm seeing here with my little invisible hand. Sorry about that. Ivan Ambrose, I answered with just Sky and not TV. Was that the discrepancy? Sorry, my autism brain just needs to know. No, on my screen, it was below other people who had put their answer on first. I actually can't go back far enough in the chat now. The last message I can see is from the Cheese Factor saying Sky TV, so I can't double check. But you know what, Ivan? Because you're such a top bloke, I'm just going to give you an extra point anyway. Because if it came up on your screen, maybe it was just my terrible tech. So you're now on 2 points, Ivan. Well done. Thanks for the bribe. I mean super chat. Right, next question. What was the comedy show? What was the name of the comedy show that Michael Gove presented with David Baddiel in the early 90s? What was the name of the comedy show that Michael Gove presented with David Baddiel in the early 90s? What was it called? Father Ted? No. Potato texture. I don't think it's my computer. I think it's just YouTube, innit? The thick of it. Reverse cowgirl. What? Oh, no. David, no extra points for me. Says David. Maybe later. We've still got a lot of questions to get through, actually. We've already gone through nearly an hour. A stab in the dark. Bop-de-bop. Well done. You are right. But I am also going to give a point to Johnny Cophead for his suggestion of I'm a cunt. Sorry. Oh, that's going to crack me up forever. Anyway, where was I? Yes. Bop-de-bop. So you are now on the board. Well done. Oh, no. Were you already on the... No, you weren't. Bop-de-bop. It was called A Stab in the Dark. I wonder how 3 people, because there's a woman who presented it as well, I wonder how 3 people managed to get like a comedy show on Channel 4 in their early 20s. Oh, they all went to private school that time. Right. What was the name of the British woman that I spoke about earlier who was murdered by Russian agents, leading to Boris Johnson going to a bunga bunga party and then quitting as a foreign secretary pretty much the next day? What was her name? What was the name of the British woman killed by Russian agents? Well, the Tories did absolutely bugger all. Sarah says, Graham, did I say Liverpool is the best place in the world? No, but you just did, and you got an extra point. I should have said bribery and flattery will get you everywhere. So, yeah, now Sarah Davis is winning. She's joint winning with Mark R. Greg. I thought I said Dr. Greg there, but Greg. Thanks so much for the super chat. According to scientists, one of the famous British values is no British women ever married Farage. That's very good. I like that. And then, Tim Ballum. Yes, you are right. Her name was Dawn Sturgis. Was the name of the woman who was murdered by Russian agents. And yeah, our scumbag government did just hardly anything about it. They did the absolute bare bloody minimum. Anyway, Tim, you're now on 3 points. Well done. Nice hat. Oh, thanks very much, Shropshire Chris. Oh my God, I can't say the word Shropshire. Never tried to say it before, I don't think. Oh, Anthony saying Liverpool's capital of the world. Hey, stop that. We got some more questions to get through. Not many more. We're nearly there. Okay, this is going to be another fastest finger first. What was the naughtiest thing that Theresa May has ever done? What's the naughtiest thing that Theresa May has ever done? Emergency Corbynance. Graham, beware of the Shropshire slasher. Oh, God, that's impossible. Mark R, running through a cornfield. Mate, that was quick. Wow. So, Mark R, who seems to have some kind of, I don't know, direct line into the chat here. You're now leading with 6 points. Sarah Davis is on 5. We've got Johnny Copperhead on 4. We've also got Sfax on 4. And then behind them, we've got Tim Bannon on 3. We've got Puddinator on 3. And everyone else is on 2 or less. There you go. So, all to play for still. What, according to Suella Braverman, are the 2 things that she believes are not grounds for being a refugee? 2 things Suella Braverman thinks are not grounds for claiming asylum. Okay, so what are those 2 things? Corn isn't wheat. Ran through a cornfield. Running in a field. Wheat field. Running through a cornfield. Oh, you're right. Oh, sorry, you're right. Sorry, Mark. I'm going to have to take that off you because it was a wheat field, not a cornfield. You were very quick, but maybe a bit too quick. I'm going to give it to Ewan. Ewan Goddard. You've got 2 points now, mate. Well done. Well done, because it was a field of wheat, not corn. You are absolutely right. Being human, gay, trans, no. One of them's right. Being brown and poor. Gay and women, hating puds. You are absolutely right. She said, you're on 2 points, mate. She said, yeah, being gay or a woman is not grounds for wanting to seek asylum, even though many countries kill people for being gay or a woman, or both. So there you go. Emily and Thornbury says Ewan. Right, okay. What is the name of the former head of the post office who was made a CBE by Theresa May's government? What was the name of the former head, disgraced former head of the post office who was made a CBE by Theresa May's government? Back on Theresa May. Charlie Chaplin, Alan Bates, Paula Venables. Yeah, Paula Venables, that was her name. We've got some variations on the spelling here. I'm just going to double check the spelling, make sure I've got it right. Yeah, it's double N, double L. So no one's got it there. You've got too few L's or too few N's. Paula Venables, no one spelt it right yet. Alan Bates, no. It's Paula Venables. Does someone want to spell it correctly and I'll give them the point? Paula Venables, Emma Price. Well done, you spelled it correctly. You get the point. Right. Emma, where are you on my list? I can't find you. Oh no, Emma. You were on my list, I think. You on? I did. Oh, I don't know. Emma, you get the point. For Paula Venables. No, maybe you're not on my list. Okay, Emma Price spelt it right. It's Paula Venables, who is just the worst. The worst. I'm just checking that no one spelt it right before then. Terry Venables. That's pretty funny because it's pretty close. Vanellope von Schweetz. That's from Dante. Is that the character from Wreck-It Ralph? Voiced by Thingy Silverman. Yeah, Sarah Silverman. YouTube can censor it when I spell her name correctly. I'm getting slow mode being put on me. Oh no, I'm sorry. God, this is the spelling police, says Thompson. Well, we can all hope for a fairer society once the Tories are out of power. Okay, we are down to the last 10 questions now. What is the name of the posh drinking club that Cameron and Johnson were part of in university? Quickly, what was the name of the posh drinking club that Cameron and Johnson were part of in uni? The Spanish Inquisition, Weatherspoons, Vladimir Putin pooping in a hat. Gary, Bullingdon, Richard Bunch of Numbers has got it. It was the Bullingdon Club, who used to go around to like restaurants and stuff and smash them up and think it was hilarious and run away without paying for the food and light fivers, £50 notes in front of people who were homeless. Caring, compassionate people that we really need, in our society. Okay, next question. Think about this for a moment. Which constituency is Rishi Sunak standing in? Which constituency is Rishi Sunak standing in? Correct, Graham. Now you get a point. Oh, I get a point. Okay, I'm going to put my name down. Graham. And I get a 1. No one's got it so far. What's the name? Oh, there we go. Oh, am I going to be really tight on Lucas? Because Lucas kind of got it right. Oh, okay. Look, I'm going to give it to Lucas because it's Richmond and Northallerton, but Northallerton is one word. But you have spelt it right, but it's one word. But I'm going to give you it. I'm not that cruel. It was the Richmond constituency up until this election, and now that the boundaries have been redrawn, it's now called Richmond and Northallerton. So I was going to be a little bit picky about that because I know everyone knows. Everyone knows it's Richmond. Well, pretty much all of us politics wonks know that it's Richmond, but is now Richmond and Northallerton. Richmond and Surrey. That's very funny. Oh no! I'm trying to write down Lucas's name, and then all of my messages just go off the screen. Oh, now I have to find you again. I will find you. Don't worry. Richmond. Steve's Retroloft. Steve's Retroloft. You were right, but you were far too late. So, Lucas, you are now on the board. You've got 1 point. Well done. Okay. We're coming up to the last few questions now. Which Tory Brexiter famously said, "Quitting the EU won't solve our problems"? Which Tory Brexiter famously said, "Quitting the EU won't solve our problems"? Does anybody know? Michael Gove? No. Mark Francois? No. JOM? No. Robbed? Sleaze? Sorry, Billy. Nigel Farage? No, he's not a Tory. Boris Johnson? Mark R. Oh, Mark's got in there. Oh my God! So Mark's back on 6 points. You had the point taken away because someone else was faster than you, but you're back on 6 points now. So Mark is currently winning. Just a few questions left. Looks like Mark's going to win the fabulous mug. Okay. Next question: which Tory referred to his black Labour rival as a coconut? Which Tory referred to his black Labour rival as a coconut this week? This was this week. Do I get a point for the idea of coming up with a mascot? No, because if I give you a point, you're going to be in the lead with Mark, so that's unfair on everyone else. Sorry. Lee Anderson, Rishi, all of them. No. Does anyone know the name of the Tory who referred to his black Labour rival as a coconut? Unbelievably. Yes, Countdown to Power's got it. It was Gavin Harron. A name that I hope I will never, ever hear again. Jesus. Okay. Who did Kemi Badenoch claim to be puritanical? Okay. Which group in society did she claim were puritanical? That's the word she used. Puritanical. It's a bit of a tricky one, this. So she was talking in an interview and she said that a group of people were puritanical. Trans people, no. DUP, no. LGBT plus, no. Although the DUP are, but no, it wasn't talking about them. Nazis, trans people, Puritans. That's very good, but not the right answer. The disabled, Puritans, Greens, TERFs, no. Citizens' rights, Just Stop Oil. Young people, Samuso 86. You're very close at young people. It's a particular cohort of younger people, not necessarily young people, but younger people. Just Stop Oil, feminists, Gaza protesters, Remainers, Generation Z. Oh, so close, Puninator. Just go back a generation. Momentum, Citizens' Rights, Young Badgers, Badger Cult, Students, Millennials. Thank you very much to Paulo there, or Paulo Jones. Millennials. You are absolutely right with that, mate. It was Millennials. She said that they were just puritanical. She's part of a Tory party. That just wants to ban everything they disagree with. And we're the puritanical ones. Right. Okay, next question. Who got Boris Johnson his job at the Telegraph? Making up shit in Brussels about the EU. Who got Johnson his job at the Telegraph? Does anybody know who got that job for Boris Johnson? because he couldn't be asked getting it himself. Anya, straight in there, his dad. You are absolutely right, Anya. You are absolutely on the money. You are now on 3.5. Well done. Doing well. Piers Morgan, Max Hastings, Rees Mogg, Adolf Hitler. No, it was his dad. Close enough, though. Next question, and this is going to be a fastest finger question. So I might just wait for a moment because there is a 30-second delay between messages, I think. So some people are getting stung because they can't answer the question because they've just put an answer in, and then I ask the next question and they can't put the next answer in until they're allowed to actually put the question. Michael, you look dashing today, but I'm subtracting a point as your warehouse has been cleaned. Oh, thank you very much. It's my 70s. It's my 70s game show background here, sort of inspired by the movie. What's the movie with the devil? The devil. Late Night with the Devil. Late Night with the Devil, which I watched the other day with Ben Chambers, which is brilliant. It's kind of funny and messed up, and it's good. It's good. Sarah Davis, thank you very much for the £1 super chat. I don't think I've had a £1 super chat before. I didn't know you could do that. And I'm very sorry to everyone for not doing the super chat animation when people have been given super chats. So this is for everyone. There you go. That's for you all. Thank you. But yes, we will press on. Yes. Next question. Who played Things Can Only Get Better at Rishi Sunak? Who played Things Can Only Get Better at Rishi Sunak? While you're doing that, I'm just going to Google the next answer to make sure that I'm right. Steve Bray. Richard, you're in there, mate. You got straight in there. Richard, 766723. Does that mean that you are the 766,723rd Richard? That's pretty cool. Steve Bray. Bray. Everyone's saying Bray, but on my list, Richard came up first with that. So well done, Richard. You are now on 2 points. Okay. Whose mother was present in the House of Commons, in the Palace of Westminster, when Sunak cracked a joke about trans people? Whose mother was on the parliamentary estate when Sunak cracked a joke about trans people? Yeah, Brianna Guy. Lucas, you got that right. It was the mother of Brianna Guy, a trans teenager who was brutally murdered by two teenage psychopaths, and he decided that he was going to make that joke on that day. So, Lucas, well done, mate. You are now on 2 points. Okay. Whose website did did Sue... Shit. Oh, God. I'm having a crisis of confidence here. Hang on. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Okay. Right. Thank God for that. Yes, it was Kemi. Right. Whose website did Kemi Badenoch admit to hacking? Whose website did she admit to hacking? Harriet Harman, puninator, straight in there. Answer first. Sorry about that. But yeah, puninator, well done, my friend. You are now 4 points. It's getting very close. Okay, right. Which Tory is credited with the dickhead idea of universal credit? Don't know if it was his idea, but which Tory is kind of the most associated with universal credit, the ridiculous system that was brought in? It's not Richard Holden. IDS. There you go. Dave W. I'll let you have that. And quite smart, actually, just putting his initials in there. Dave W. You're now on 2 points. Well done. Because it was Ian Duncan Smith, or Ian Duncan Donuts, as I like to call him. Okay, right. What was the reason given by Boris Johnson for writing a book on Shakespeare? What was the reason given why he really had to write a book on Shakespeare in the build-up to the COVID pandemic, when he wasn't to be found for 5 consecutive meetings of Cobra? Why? What was his reason? Money. You're right. He was bored. divorce settlement. I'm going to give it to Rick. Rick, well done. You've just got onto the board with that, Rick. Because, yeah, it was his divorce settlement. His actual quote was, divorce is expensive. There you go. That's why he had to do that. I think his ex-wife's now working for Labour, which is kind of amazing. Okay, and then the final question, back on Boris Johnson. Why not? This is the 50th question, I think. Has anyone been keeping count? Why was Boris Johnson sacked from the Times? What specific reason was he sacked from writing for the Times newspaper? Does anybody know? And if Sarah Davis can get in there first, you might be able to win this. It's not for lying. It's not for lying. It's not for lying. What specific reason? What did he do? He did lie, but he invented stories. No. Lying about a relative in an article. Oh, it's kind of right, Steve's Retro Loft, but that's not the answer. Lying about an affair. No. Telling lies. Oh, there we go. Damian. Damian, well done. Making up a quote. Making up quotes. He made up a quote. And then he lied about it. But yeah, he made up a quote. I think it was like his godfather that he claimed had said. But yeah, what I was looking for was that he made up a quote. That was the answer. I don't know if someone got that before. I'm going to give Joanne Mason a point here because of her answer, which I absolutely love, where she's just put, for being a twat. Yeah, I think we all get on board with that, can't we? Right, so thank you so much for joining us for the very first inaugural Nice and Sleazy Tories Politics Quiz. Might do this again next week. Who knows? But yeah, well done. Well done to everyone for trying. Well done for everyone for getting involved. Buying Sarah Davis a point, Graham. Okay. No, we can't do that. Sorry, I can't. Got the Steve Bray one first. I'm not going to be Tory. That's from Ewan. Okay, Ewan. I'm going to give you an extra point for that. Yeah, I think the point buying's going to have to be over now because otherwise we'll have two joint winners. And yeah, I'm not giving out 2 cups. So I'm not going to do it in ascending order or whatever. I'll just read your name out and give you how many points you've got. Sarah Davis has got 5. Alf Smith has got half. Cathal OG has got 2. Ewan Goddard has got 2. Number 3 has got 2. Emma Price has got 1. Mark R has got 6. Come back to that in a moment. Steve's Retro Loft has got 1. Johnny Copperhead has got 4. Sarah S has got 2. Ivan Ambrose has got 2. Puninator's got 4. Thorberg 99 has got 2. David Jardo has got 2. I'll give you 2. Give you an extra one for being flattering. Michael Warner's got 1. Anya Malloy has got 3.5. Gary Arnold's got 2. Leaf Huntress has got 1. Tim Nat has got 2. 31 Blaze has got 1. Hayton Pudd's got 2. Countdown to Power's got 2. Damien Pritchard's got 1. Karen has got 2. Ruth Guthrie has got 1. Vendetta's got 1. MJ Nichols has got 1. Svax has got 4. Tim Ballon's got 3. I've just given you an extra one by accident because my pen slipped. Ewan Goddard got 4. Got 2. Seven the Cat got 2. Alex French got 1. Dave W got 2. Richard Gruther got 2. Damien De Star got 2. Bop De Bop got 1. Richard 766723 has got 2. Me, I got 1, apparently. Don't know why. Lucas Dolding got 2. Paulo Jones got 1. Rick Parkin got 1. And Joanne Mason got 1 for making me laugh. So the winner of the inaugural Nice and Sleazy Tory Politics Quiz is Mark R. Well done, Mark. I'll get in touch with you somehow. If you're not part of the Discord community, pardon me. If you're not part of our Discord community, feel free to go to grahamdavidhughes.com and there's a form at the bottom there. Fill out the form and send me a message and I'll get you a mug. I get a mug sent to your address. So well done. Your mug. It's going to be the very first Politics Social mug because I've got a Labour Social mug. Obviously, we changed the name. Russell, not a bribe, just a thanks for you do. Oh, thanks, Russell. Russell gets 5 points. Well done, Russell. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, so it's Saturday night. Good time for a fight. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to the Discord server. So if there's anyone watching this who is part of the Discord server. I'm going to pop over there, and I'm going to be over there for the next sort of half an hour or so. So if you are a YouTube member or if you are a patron, you should have access to that. If you're having trouble getting access to it, again, get in touch with me via Patreon, get in touch with me via this, I guess. You send me messages on this? I don't know. It's too many messages. Or get in touch via grahamdavidhughes.com and I'll get you on there. Ivan, if you're watching, I know that I'm trying to get you onto the Discord server. So if you try now, we'll try and get you on. Okay? So if you can go over that, that'd be great. I was hoping to do an episode of How We Fix Britain tomorrow. But my guest, unfortunately, can't make it tomorrow. So if I can get another guest, brilliant, fantastic, awesome, we'll do a show. But if I can't, I'm not just going to do a show just for the sake of it. I'll wait till we do have our guest in to talk about what we need to talk about. So, if I don't see you at that, if I don't get to go ahead tomorrow, I will be back on Monday morning at 9:30 for another morning brew. So please join us for that. Thanks. This has been a lot of fun. It's made me laugh a lot. Thanks for all the great answers, the right ones and the funny ones. And thank you, obviously, for all the super chats and everything. And I just like to say, awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being awesome. Give us a like on the way out. And until next time, I'll say hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye.